Sometimes we feel stuck in our situation and we don't even know how to begin to change anything in that situation. This is an awful feeling, but in today's episode, we're going to talk about a few simple steps that you can take to get started with a change process. Welcome to Vida Bunda, a place where we talk about life change, about how to be more intentional so that we can give and live more abundantly. I visited a community in Africa one time, and this was a pretty isolated rural community. They thought of themselves as being pretty poor, and they were kind of stuck in a situation. They had a river coming close to their community, which kind of rose a lot during the rainy season, and very sadly, there was a lady who needed to give birth. But the river was high, and there was no bridge, and she couldn't get across the bridge, and she and her child ended up passing away. The community was kind of shocked by this and started thinking about what they could do about the situation. And so they decided they were going to build a bridge to cross that river. They got together with everybody and they built the simple wooden bridge, and then it was possible for people who needed to go to the health center across the river to get there more easily. But it also opened up opportunities for children to go to school across the river and for goods coming from other towns across the river to be able to be traded in their community. And it really just brought a lot of change. Over time, other people saw that bridge that the community had built by themselves, and they decided to contribute to make a bigger and stronger bridge, which is still there today. When we feel stuck, we need sometimes help in knowing how to get started to change the situation. And so the very first thing we need to do is to refer back to the progress check. Now, if you haven't done the progress check, please go back and listen to that episode or watch it and complete the tool, the free tool that I offered in that episode, so that you can assess where you are in your current situation. Look at that progress check tool after you've listened to the episode. And then the second step is to decide which of all the things on that progress check are you going to focus on first. We cannot change everything in life at the same time. We need to pick one thing, and hopefully a small and simple thing that we can do to start making a small change in our life. And as we do more and more of these small changes, they will accumulate. And before you know it, you're actually going to be engaged in a life change process if you're doing this regularly. So choose just one area that you can start with. You can always add another area later. And start with something that's very simple that you know you can probably do in the next 2 weeks. This builds up our encouragement. It helps us to feel better about ourselves because we managed to make a small change in our life in the next 2 weeks. And then you can add something else and something else further down the line. Once you've determined what the area is that you want to focus on first, then you can begin to make the concrete plan of exactly what you're going to do about that area. How are you going to be more intentional in that specific thing? What is the concrete action step that you're going to do? When are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? And just put that into your calendar with as many details as possible about how, when, and where you're going to do it to bring about the change. Now, if you need help with this, I have a simple tool to offer you. It's completely free that can just help you walk through this, a little sheet of paper you can fill out to help you think about the best way to do these things. So if you're interested in that, please just go to vidabunda.com/contact us and contact us there. That's vidabunda.com and click on the contact us button and let us know that you're interested in the tool for how to get started with life change. Look forward to seeing you in the next episode.